All right, the Dolphins clinched the 7th seed in disgusting fashion without even scoring a touchdown on the Jets. When asked about Tua returning, head coach Mike McDaniel wouldn't comment, but after his third concussion and everything going on, like with DeMar and stuff, shouldn't it have just been a no period? It's not like Miami is going to go in there and upset Buffalo, if we're being honest. Would it have been better for the Dolphins just to lose outright to avoid these type of questions and put this season to rest?
No, I don't think it would have been good for them just to lose outright. So here's the thing. I left this in there. I saw the third concussion thing, and everyone is saying it's a third concussion, which is why I left it in there. It should be noted. The Dolphins and Tua still claim he didn't have a concussion the first time.
Right.
That's a second concussion. That the first time in the game against the Bills, I think it was, when he fell, that it was a back injury. I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but we talked about that before. Now, the Dolphins thing was clearly a concussion, and obviously the most recent one was a concussion. My question is this. If Tua clears the protocol and the doctors say he's gone through all the concussion protocol steps, if he wants to play, should he be allowed to? And I think it is very important that that players are not allowed to insert themselves back into a game or fight to play if they are suspected of having a concussion, even before you definitively know it. Because if they were concussed, they might not be of their right mind.
True.
But if it's been weeks later, and now I want to be very judicious with my words here. Years ago, we didn't know the impacts of CTE, long-term concussions, all of it. And one could argue, and people did argue, the league was intentionally hiding it from its players. That was abhorrent. But now the information's out there. Nobody can say, oh, I didn't know. Everybody knows. So the question that I would be asking is, should Tua, if he's cleared, be allowed to make that decision for himself? If a doctor comes to him and says, if you suffer another concussion in the next 6 weeks, your long-term neurological function could be significantly hampered, and your chances of significant, terrible outcome are drastically increased. Should he be allowed to get that information and say, I choose to play? I don't think it's as cut and dry as I think some media members make it out to be. I think if Tua has said, do you know how many sacrifices I made throughout my entire life to get to this point? And this is a potential fork in the road in my career.
Yeah.
The Dolphins might go after Tom Brady again. But if I go out there and ball out, it's hundreds of millions of dollars, my lifelong dream. So I don't think it's as simple as Mike McDaniel simply saying, we're not allowing him to play. Now, if he doesn't come out of the protocol, then he can't play. But if he does come out of the protocol, should he be allowed to make that choice?
He's a grown man.
That's kind of what I think. I think that to protect him from yourself.
It's only when in the immediate moments after the
concussion. Correct. When you don't know if there are Now, I also do think that the protocol is good, where it shouldn't be the he's a grown man element of it shouldn't apply to you're still in concussion protocol. I want to play anyway. No.
Yeah.
But if you clear it, should he be able to make that choice? I think he should. Now, again, I've got to walk a very careful tightrope here.
Man loves to play football.
Well, let me ask you this. What if this offseason, Damar Hamlin is cleared? Should he be able to make that choice on his own? I say absolutely. Should he be able to flatly say, I've talked with the doctors, they've said What happened to me was, I think it's called, like getting struck by lightning. I'm making the choice. Another question. If the doctors clear him, but tell him because this happened, it is more likely to happen to you again, but it is still, the odds are whatever, astronomical enough to where the doctors clear him. I think everyone would argue he should be able to make that choice. So I don't think it is as cut and dry as some people make it out to be. And I want to make one other point. Mitch Morse is the center for the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
A month ago, he got his 6th career concussion. He's already back playing. Now, I have read certain things that say concussions that are suffered from impact to the front of your brain are different than I don't want to say aren't as bad, but are different than the ones that you get like Tua got from the back of your head. And I'm not a doctor, so maybe these are not an apples to apples comparison, but I think it's a bit of a nuanced conversation. All right, now a much more fun conversation. Go ahead, DeMonte.
All right, for some strange reason, the Texans had a comeback drive to beat the Colts. You tweeted that the Texans should have kneeled on their 2-point attempt.
Yeah.
Maybe Texans ownership agreed with you because Lovey was fired Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Was winning the game a more fireable offense than losing it would have been?
Okay.
This is the second black coach to get fired.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.